So as I debate when I'm going to shave, because I'm on holidays, so I just stopped shaving, I'm watching The Talking Dead, and there are a few things that are true of Fear the Walking Dead. Did I say The Walking Dead? I mean Fear the Walking. Oh yeah, no, I'm watching The Talking Dead, which is after Fear the Walking Dead. Now I've been watching this show for almost 2 years. I know, everybody hates it. I don't hate it, but I'm starting to have major problems with it. Like major problems with it. I'm starting to wonder if this show gets a smaller budget than The Walking Dead because there's not a lot of zombies around for an apocalypse. They're in cities. They're in these huge metropolitan areas that the Walking Dead series has established you don't go near. They're crawling with walkers. Oh no, they're magnificently always locked away. Whenever they get somewhere, the walkers are all locked away and there's no survivors around, and it's like no. Like that happens once in a while in The Walking Dead. You know, you'll come across a store or some kind of a storage area and there's a bunch of walkers locked in there. But it happens in Fear the Walking Dead all the time. And then when I'm watching Nick with this girl from this newest shit show that they've gone to that's just going to explode in flames before the end of the season is my guess. And they're walking down the streets and there's two walkers behind them and I'm thinking, no. Those streets should be crawling with walkers. It is one of the frustrating things of the show. I don't mind that they're filming it in Mexico. I think that's different. I think it gives it a whole different air. But I find that even more than The Walking Dead, I'm waiting for something to happen. And now that they've all been split up, it's worse. And I'm still stuck with the fact that the only characters that I really find I'm emotionally invested in seeing them live are Strand, who pulled the stupidest move today that I've ever seen in any zombie-related TV show or movie in my entire life. And I either own or have seen most zombie movies. And Alicia. I like Alicia, even though she was pretty dumb with the radio at the start of the year, but whatever. She's cute, so she gets a pass. And Madison, I try to care about Madison, and I started tonight, and then she was stupid too. Like, they're in this hotel, and there's giant windows fucking everywhere. And it doesn't occur to them, hey, we might want to keep our voices down. It's like they all split up and they forgot the rules. And then the other thing that took me out of this is going to be all over the place because the whole episode was full of me having what moments? Nick steals a cookie from the superstore in Mexico covered by armed guards, and they catch him and they're going to cut his hands off. There is no talk that Nick could have done to stop them from cutting his hands off. I'm sorry. If these guys are badasses with machine guns and they're willing to defend their area with their lives and this is all theirs, then Nick's dead. And that's it. And honestly, it would have been a fit way for him to go through arrogance and overconfidence. The other thing, and related to that was, as they walk away and he tells these guys about the oxy that can save the guy's sister. Who cares? I don't give a shit. Do you? No, you don't. Um, as they're talking about it, she's like, now they're going to be curious about where we live, and they're going to come looking. And I'm thinking, you've been going down there and getting giant fucking carts full of water, and they're curious now because they found out you guys have oxy. No, they would have been curious before. These guys own their own store via shotguns and machine guns and various handguns. They are not going to want anybody anywhere to control anything. So they would have raided your area, taken your shit, especially if it's medical, and they'll take it for themselves. So they can black market trade it with any other survivors who are around. I found that really stupid. And then the whole thing with Alejandro was bit and he survived. I hear that and I'm like, no, that didn't happen. And then they show him with like the bite mark on his neck, and it's like, you know what? No, he did not survive a zombie bite because that never happens except in um, uh, there's a really, really, really awful one. It's terrible. It's a terrible zombie series. It's on Space or Sci-Fi. You guys will correct me in the comments, but it's awful. And that's got a guy who is, potentially the cure because he's half zombie, half human, and he doesn't turn evil, but he's able to control the other zombies or whatever. It's really stupid, and it's too bad because it's that kind of a twist that the zombie genre needs. Because honestly, there's just too many zombie things. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna put out crappy show after crappy show after crappy show. And I'm starting to reach the point with Fear the Walking Dead that I don't know I can handle it anymore. Strand. Strand has been this absolutely smart, 6 steps ahead of everything guy. And then he doesn't stay behind on the Abigail. No, he would defend that boat with his life. Absolutely. He goes back and the boat's gone. And then he visually scans for it like it's gone. It's a boat. Where do you think it? Do you think it came out on its own and it's on the shore? It's gone. The military came and got it. I'm not even sure if I understand why the military would bother. They have access to every boat in the world. Why would they need his boat? Why would they care? Yeah, and now they're showing the behind the scenes stuff, and Alicia genuinely screamed when people started jumping off the balconies. That makes sense. I found, and the whole ending, it's too bad because the visual of zombies jumping or just falling off of a railing to the ground 3, 4 stories below so they can get up and go and find the source of a noise and kill it. That's a fantastic visual. Wasted. And it's wasted because the whole time you're going, okay, so Strand was this genius, and now he got drunk, so he's playing a piano badly to try to make Madison feel better or something. Because as soon as he went near the piano, I'm like, Strand, the piano is really, really loud, and this is the apocalypse, and you guys have done nothing to barricade yourselves in that hotel. You just walked in, saw a wedding cake, and went, well, let's send the girls upstairs to have a shower, and we're going to have a drink. So they became characters in Friday the 13th movie in that moment. And I would also uh, mention that as much of an interest as I didn't have in whatever happened to with Madison and whoever died whenever, if they had a scene of Alicia be showering upstairs, you might have had a better episode tonight. I don't know. I know that this was one of those episodes that just the lapses in logic. Just the sheer lapses in logic and characters doing things you would not do. It's like Madison and Strand went, this apocalypse thing. Let's just pretend it's not happening. We're pretty sure that this hotel could be crawling with walkers somewhere, but we're not worried about it. Give me a break. And then they show a preview for next week, and I'm like, wait, so I'm supposed to buy the Alicia can jump into onto a cable for an elevator in an elevator shaft and climb her way down? Because I don't buy it. And those zombies that are grabbing onto her, they're just going to start diving into the zombie shaft or into the zombie shaft. That's an amazing idea for a movie right there. Zombie shaft. Just all of the zombies are in this one elevator shaft. It could be a well, and just the entire movie would be finding an excuse for somebody to fall into the well or the shaft. And there's no establishing of anything. And this is, there's a sign that says danger zombies over the well. I think zombie well would work better. And you'd have 10 minutes of complete silence and nothing happens. And then somebody wanders in looks into the well and goes, "Ooh, zombies," and wanders off. And you go, "Damn it!" And then another 10 minutes later, somebody else wanders in, and then they just tumble into it, and you hear them getting devoured, and you go, "Yes, something happened." That's kind of what Fear the Walking Dead's turned into, and I'm supposed to believe that now Alicia is Die Hard. That she's Bruce Willis now. She's just gonna climb down an elevator shaft and do what? Like it's this kind of stuff where they all become action heroes that I don't understand, and it's the fact that Madison and Strand, who have been the smarter characters on the show, are now the dumbest characters, and at the end they're like surrounded by zombies, but magically they're all held more than arm's reach away because they're in the bar, and it's like, this is stupid. This is really stupid. The zombies just fell over railings 3 or 4 stories to get to these people. They're just gonna crawl over the bar. They're not gonna. No, they're just gonna crawl over it. And the other thing that kind of threw me is the visual of the zombies falling 4 stories is fine, but I know they're dead, so they don't feel anything, but their bones still break. Don't you still need your bones to walk and to hold you up? Don't. If you fall off 4 stories, like you're gonna have broken hips, broken legs. You're not just gonna get up and walk. It's not like if somebody jumps off of a balcony that they rupture internal organs and that's why they die when they hit the pavement. No, you're gonna have a lot of broken bones. So to review, the only reason I still watch this show is because Strand's an interesting character. Alicia's gorgeous. Madison is somewhat smart. I, I, I am not a fan of anybody else. I think Nick is a waste of time. I don't care if he dies. I wanted him to die tonight. When that machete was at his throat, I'm like, end it. End it. Do something. The first season of The Walking Dead, and the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead, characters died. You'd have this group, and characters would die. What The Walking Dead has evolved into, and what Fear the Walking Dead has started out as, is they have a core group, and then they introduce people. And when you introduce people, you know these people are all going to die. So you don't get attached. Whereas the first couple seasons of The Walking Dead, you were genuinely upset when certain people died. You're like, wait, what? No, we just started liking that character. Wait, no, don't kill them. And like I remember I was upset when Andrea died because they'd finally made Andrea useful. And she finally did something. And then they killed her. And I'm like, okay, so she's been in the show for years, and now you kill her because she became useful. Awesome. Way to go, guys. Dale. The way Dale died. And then the fact that Carl kept being the reason that all these people were dying was upsetting. And now the show has evolved into chicken shit show. Glenn. The show baited us with Glenn. Glenn falls into a giant friggin' mass amount of walkers. Oh, but he landed under the other guy. No, he didn't. Look, I saw the fall, and he didn't land under the other guy. And the walkers aren't going to know when to stop eating. The idea that, oh, they ate the guy on top of me, they left me alone. It's not like you go, oh, I got backbone here. You? Backbone. Okay, we're done eating here. Move. Like, no. They'll just keep eating. They'll be like, look, more skin. And it's not like Glenn was perfectly under him like a fucking snow angel. Like, and then he crawls underneath this thing next to him that wasn't established beforehand. Like, oh, there's a crawl space. Yay. And then none of the walkers get him. And then he comes out the next morning and everything's fine. They're all gone. I'm like, no, this is stupid. This is taking the viewer and going, we killed Glenn. No, we didn't. Look, he got away. It was a miracle. See, it's a miracle. Yay. And I knew he was alive because they had Maggie going out to find him, and then Maggie goes, he's dead. I have to accept he's dead. And I'm like, okay, so he's alive then, because Maggie just accepted he's dead. The shows have become very safe and very un-zombie movie-like. Zombie movies are depressing. It's their nature. It's why I own them. Do I watch them? No. The Resident Evil ones I watch because they're not really zombie movies. They're just like post-apocalyptic action movies where Alice is whatever you need her to be in that scene so she can survive. But zombie movies, everyone dies. You go into a zombie movie expecting everyone's about to die. All of these characters will be dead. It's a matter of who goes down first, how they go down. And then at the end, you're left with that feeling of, it's the apocalypse, man. They're all going to die. Everybody's going to be dead. The whole planet will be zombies by the end of this series. And that's what George Romero started. And in The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, it's like I'm so tired of them coming across cults and across groups of people who are like either some weird religious belief based on zombies, which is how, and then the crazy gun-toting assholes. I get that the crazy gun-toting assholes would survive a zombie apocalypse. I think we've all resigned ourselves to that. But when you're putting on a TV series, can you just once have something else? Something? I know The Walking Dead. I know they have Alexandria now, and this is, this fantastic whatever. And they gave Rick a girlfriend just for her to die in a really stupid manner. And her kid wouldn't shut the fuck up while he was out in the street, which just drove me insane. And, I liked the girlfriend. I was like, she's a good character. Keep her. Oh, wait. She's not one of the core characters, so you have to kill her. It is the cheapest thing on the show. And they've held everybody's heads, over the summer. Who did Negan kill with that bat? I would not be surprised if Negan either killed no one with that bat or if he killed somebody who wasn't a part of the core group. If there was somebody off screen that we didn't see, you know, look, it's Billy. Billy who? Billy dead. Doesn't matter what his name is. Aha, we got you. I half expect The Walking Dead to do that cheap kind of move. And it makes me angry. It's the reason why I only watched maybe half the episodes of The Walking Dead last year. Because I got tired of the cheap bullshit. And it was right around when Glenn, oh, is he dead? Is he not? And as soon as it was like, is he dead? Is he not? I'm like, he's not dead. Now, is Negan going to kill Glenn with the bat? Is that what they're going to reveal at the start of the season? Maybe. Maybe. I don't really care. I don't. They put romantic bullshit into this too, and it's like, wait a minute. What? It is the freaking apocalypse, man. Like, and I don't understand it because honestly, there's zombies walking around in the street. I don't, you might be hot, but while we're fooling around here, we're dropping our guard, and that guy out there that wants to eat my face could find a way in here and eat my face. So, you're evil. I rebuke you in the name of staying alive. And it's just really hard to get through now. So, there's my rant on Fear the Walking Dead. And I took a shot at Walking Dead too, because I always hear people say, well, Fear the Walking Dead sucks. The Walking Dead's really good, though. No, they're the same show. One set in Mexico, one set near Atlanta. They're the exact same show. Fear the Walking Dead I liked more in season one because it showed how it started, and it wasn't everybody was a zombie right away. And then all of a sudden, everybody's a zombie. And it's like, wait, no, that was way too fast. It shouldn't happen that fast. Not worldwide. There should be certain parts, certain cities that hold out, and that would have been a much more interesting storyline. But instead, it was let's go to Mexico, and it's like since then it's been a mess. They've had some cool stuff, like I said, the zombies dropping off the balcony tonight, the zombies at sea, that was creepy as hell. There's good elements, there's good parts. It's a matter of putting it all together and make a good story, and they're not there. And I may be losing patience that they will be. And it's too bad because I think the cast is good. I think the characters are bad. And I think it commits one of the biggest sins you can commit in any horror-themed TV show or movie. You should be cheering for the good guys. You should be cheering for the survivors. You should be cheering for the people being attacked. Not for the zombies. Not for the attacker. not for Jason Voorhees. You should be cheering for the people to live. And Fear the Walking Dead is right on the verge of me saying, you know what? I hope all of them pass away, and this is just a gateway to the actual survivors we're going to see. Because this is terrible. Anyways, that's my rant. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again later.